your team, I would like to connect with you and be able to ask some questions. This is in practice to continue developing this connection. We are grateful for this connection and thrilled for this deepened relationship. Are we expected to see more individuals gaining financial freedom and power by breaking free from society's chains over the next decade or so? We would say that many of you are doing this currently. This vessel and others that are listening are in the process of unleashing the belief systems that chain them. And we know that complexity likes to live with humanity, but it is truly the simple answer of letting go of belief systems and allowing abundance to come to you in all shapes and forms. Initially, this vessel was tied to the belief that monetary value holds supreme in forms of abundance. But as that belief system was worked upon, the abundance of creativity, of insight, and of guidance has overflowed the vessel, and this in turn allows abundance in all forms to come through. And so those of you that are listening who are chained, if you will, by the belief systems that you need financial stability to be free, you will find as you work with this belief system and why you hold this, you'll notice that it has been given to you from others. And as you release this, abundance will come to you in all shapes and forms. Thank you, team. Will the Fed's interest rates drop below 7% below 2025? This is Aaron speaking. With this, if I'm not mistaken, they are already below 7% interest rate. Will the uses of astrology in everyday society, such as coaching, forecasting, and in business practices, start to grow, expand, and become more widespread in the near future? Yes, astrology and other forms of what is called non-normal sciences will become the norm. Consciousness as a whole will come into the awareness of society, and many different forms of assistance or guidance will come through instead of just the logical aspects of the human perspective. Some of you, like this vessel, will utilize guidance with channeling. Others may use different forms of psychic mediumship or astrology, or the use of other numerology. Many of you will simply tune in to connect and hold true through what is your heart space. There is an abundance of spiritual aspects pardon me, team, for the interruption. We were sharing that many of the gifts that are utilized through you, you will be able to tune into. And so astrology will be one aspect of which will be available to you. Do we as humans have the free will to live in a high vibration timeline through our own choices? or free will. Yes, each of you that are here and present, especially those who are listening, are cultivating what that looks like to them. Many of you have heard of high vibration, high frequency, 5D, all of these terminologies in which can be used to describe existence. Many of you have been tasked with the opportunity to volunteer and come in and bring the higher energies into this realm and hold a space for this to be cultivated. If your consciousness and your heart is drawn to the higher energies, this is an opportunity to delve within and reflect and connect with yourself and your soul to allow more understanding to flow in. Many of you have been brought forward to be anchors and to help the grids and the templates of the changing times to allow higher energies to be consistent and stable. And you are seeing this in many different ways already. So if you are drawn to holding this, understand that you are the creator of your experience, and you will be drawn to that of which you can experience. As an example, holding higher frequencies to anchor in the energetic change that is unfolding. Is the Matrix real? Are we in the Matrix? In a sense, we are. You are experiencing an aspect of existence that gives you the opportunity to forget who you are, to then have the opportunity to see and learn about yourself in a new perspective, while also then learning the truth of who you are. Many of you are remembering aspects of your multidimensional self. And so there is a period of what we call integration, in which, while you are learning the truth of who you are also remembering the fullness of who you are. And so many of you have doubted or second-guessed yourself into thinking that this is not truth. Soon you will not have that opportunity of doubt. And we don't say this as a way to scare anyone. We share this as soon the irrefutable truth will reign within you, and this will allow for more of your fullness to unfold. And so in a sense, you do live in a matrix, but understand it is as important and crucial as all other aspects of creation. And so it is not to say that this is a game that has no value. It is the height of, if you will, technology and creation. And the more that you expand into this knowing, the more that you will embrace the beauty that is, if we would say, the Matrix. It's the nature of our current reincarnation dependent or connected to our past lives. aka if we carry good or bad karma in previous lives, it'll carry over into this life. In a sense, you will find that there is different levels to karma, or what you understand as the word karma. Your human vessel carries DNA or genetic information that has been passed down from your predecessors. Your soul also carries the information of all the aspects of the different lives that you have lived. Your current consciousness carries the belief system information that helps create the perspective of reality you are experiencing. And so there are many different levels of karmic information. Many of you have carried on, as we have shared in the analogy of previous times. You have willingly opted to carry different ancestral and soul karmic information to transmute back to love. And so, in a sense, yes, you are carrying these, but everything that is in your awareness and perception is an opportunity to transmute if you no longer prefer this experience. And when we say prefer this experience, we are meaning that of which you no longer desire to experience, as in what you in the human form would call negative experiences. And so we say this as an opportunity for you to embrace your godlike selves and release and let go of experiences you no longer prefer. Thank you. This next question is quite funny, as I did not read it prior, but it says, can we rid ourselves of our negative past karmas through emotional transmutation? Yes, as we shared in the previous question, in the previous answer, you are able to transmute everything in your experience. Often, it is simply seeing the truth and letting it be revealed as that it is just an experience. And often when you do this, many of the experiences that you have will no longer continue to come to you. Others are more deeply rooted, if you will, and require a little bit of extra reflection to release. But yes, everything in your field or in your awareness is an opportunity to transmute it. Does our South Node placement in astrology potentially provide insights into our energy from the past lives? Yes, it can gain insight and information for you to make actionable change. These insights allow for you to continue to creating the experience that helps you expand into your soul self. Some of these insights may be enabling for you. And so we ask that you reflect inward on if this insight is serving you or if it is not. Each of you will understand this in your own way when you practice this. Thank you, team. Are dragons real? Yes. Many of the lore that has been created around this has been in the understanding to create fear. Many dragons still exist, most of which are in the etheric realms. But you will find that they still exist in Earth. You may call upon your teams to assist you in lifting the fear around this subject. But as you continue to connect with your team, release the fears that have been imbued around this topic, the more that you will see that they are ancient, wise creatures that have been supporting Earth since its inception. Seek to speak to your dragon guides, as they will assert the opportunities to connect and release, many of which are the karmic experiences that many have asked about. Thank you, team. Do people who die prematurely have a chance to resume their soul's mission in a future life? Yes. The vessel has shared often that you are eternal, and so there is no rush. What you do not complete in this life, you are always able to complete in another. Many of you are here currently because you are completing that of which you could not complete in a prior life. And so there is no rush. You are always guaranteed to be exactly where you need to be in all aspects of your life. You are directly centered in all of existence at all times. And so you are able to complete what you have desired to experience. Many of you are here in anchoring higher frequencies and allowing others to awaken to their truth and be a support system to Earth. This is a pivotal experience that many of you have planned on a soul level for many, many lives. Continue to hold true that you are exactly where you need to be, and that you will always be guided to where you need to go. Thank you, team. That is all for now. Thanks everyone for listening.